Coming at you from the 37th parallel on America's Haunted Highway, it's Pixelated Paranormal, your guide to the unusual and the strange.
Hello and welcome to D&D, Phandelever and Below. And it's been a few weeks, well, like a month and a half, I feel like.
Basically a year.
Basically a year in D&D time. I had to remind everybody what happened. And it looks like Sean won't be joining us tonight. He can't find his mouse and keyboard.
Not to be confused with Sean from the other campaign. That Sean still will be joining us.
No, that's Karathi. I got corrected last session.
Yeah, my name is my character name, or else we get confused.
So, yeah. So anyway, we're back for Phandelever and Below. And I planned a whole bunch of stuff for Sean tonight because he said he'd probably be here tonight. And then, yeah, nothing. Goes to figure. Don't plan anything. No, I'm just kidding. But we got with us tonight a cavalcade of characters, starting with Preston.
What's up, all you cool ghosts and goblins, you crocodoons, crocodingos, skeletors, skeletons, and witchers and witches, and whatever else you want to be? I got to figure out how to play a fucking ranger because for the last month and a half, I've been doing nothing but a druid, and I'm not an old man Toril. I'm a fucking Kenku, so it might be a little rocky for me tonight.
Yeah, and what's your character's name?
Yip Yip. And I actually fixed it this time around so it doesn't say Yip Yip on the description. So
Yip.
Yip Yip.
Then we got with this Caradoc.
I'm your favorite cavalcade character, Caradoc.
From the Cavalcade cartoon conundrums?
From the, Lost Minds Phandelever.
And we have to call him Caradoc because if you call him Sean, people will just get confused. So.
Sean isn't here right now.
Yeah. And we have with us tonight, barely, is Joe.
Hello. Much like my character, I will be largely confused as well because it's been 500 years. No, I'll figure it out.
All right. And you're playing
Vincent Fulminare the Blue.
All right. And wow, last but not least is Jordan.
Hello, and welcome to the party. I'm playing Cephandrius, the lovable scamp, bard, and warlock mix. Pleasure to have you all here.
Warlock.
It feels weird because
there's like 20 other fucking... Down? Well, there's also 20 other fucking players in the other game, and we're down to 3 of us in this one.
It's the perfect party size, Rob. Bask in it.
It's how D&D was meant to be played. Yeah, when we last left off, this is as much a reminder for myself as everybody else. You guys had traveled north to this hometown of Cephandrius to rescue his brother, Devlin. No.
Devlin?
Kirkland.
Close.
Kelvin. Kelvar.
Kilvin.
Kevlar. Kelvin. Oh, God, I can't do that to myself because I keep fucking it. Kelvin. And inside you found that his ghost of his father had been holding together a castle. Wait, hold on. That's not it was all that. Oh my goodness, my brain just melted.
There's a tower.
He had remember there was the wizard tower in the Shadow Realm.
Yeah.
That you guys had traveled to, and it was actually kind of being held together by the ghost of Cecil, which ended up being the apprentice at one point of Vincent, but also the father of Cephandrius and Kilvin. And you were able to calm the father down, and he was able to help you guys to destroy the core so the Bread Wizards of Thay could not take over and learn how to cast mass teleportation, which could have been a deadly magical weapon of mass destruction if you just obliterated a whole town with it. So good job on you guys. And also something that won't be rectified this game session, but to remind everybody, is Quazga found a horn that nobody else seen, and he picked it up. And
That dirty
Yeah.
bastard.
and when I say horn, not a French horn, not any kind of
Not a bugle.
not a bugle, not a wind instrument of any sort, a
drinking horn?
creature. Nope, you don't drink out of this either.
Oh.
And then you guys found Morvain and took him back and told him what happened, and he wanted to die, and he did. You guys killed him. Well, Caradoc killed him because that's what he asked for,
And I leveled up, right?
and you did not level up.
For killing a vampire? Come on.
No, he let you kill him. That's not how this works.
I would have won anyway.
And yeah, so you guys would be on your way. Well, technically, I guess you guys could go anywhere. You have a hot air balloon, a dirigible, if you would. But you guys are free to go back to Phandelever because you have solved Cephandrius's background for his father. That he
To
didn't know.
celebrate, Kilvin wants to ask Caradoc if he can cast Enlarge Reduce on him to reduce his size so Cephandrius can throw him really high up in the air while Quazga's gone. Can we do this? No? Okay. Fine.
Not if we're in the airship. I don't want to.
Oh no, fair.
I don't want the wind to take me and just pull him to my death.
Yeah. True.
That would be so funny.
So, I mean, I guess.
The velocity can't be that high for something that small, right?
So, I guess technically, first things first is like. At one point, didn't Cephandrius say like something about like he's going to figure out if he still wants to like journey with us or something? Like, we help save his brother, blah blah blah. Or am I just remembering things wrong?
I think he did kind of bring that up.
Yeah.
It was let's see. There was what was the incident that Cephandrius was really pissed off at Quazga and Yip Yip for? Can't remember.
I don't think it was Quazga and Yip Yip. I think he was very upset at Vincent.
I think that. Oh yeah.
For something about an orb, I think.
Was it the jar? I don't know what it was.
It might have been the jar. Yeah.
The way he basically we all came to an agreement and he took it and handed it to Quazga. I don't remember exactly what it was.
I think you were just upset about Vincent for the whole time anyway, because of him knowing your father and not telling you and
lying about it.
Well, sure, but that was shit that I was working through. The fact that Vincent somebody fucked up and majorly or really probably not that majorly, but just sort of abandon whatever plan we came to do things the way they wanted to.
That was definitely Quazga. That was definitely Quazga.
Well, he does that kind of all the time,
right?
And I think that might have been a last straw thing with him. But I feel like you might be right that it might have been Vincent or.
I think it was something like that. Yeah, I think I tried to take something from. I think I tried to take the jar from a backpack. I don't remember who's and for what reason though.
Oh, I think I was holding on to it, and you took it and gave it to Quazga or something. I don't know. I don't really remember.
Man, this would be a good time for me to have taken notes, right?
I got that Alzheimer's. I got an excuse.
Yeah. Look, and then once we figure out what we're doing with the whole, Fahrenheit and the other temperature, which one's staying with us and which one's leaving, then I would want to know.
I forgot. Cephandrius' brother
Kelvin.
Celsius.
Yeah.
Cephandrius is Celsius. That's his true name.
Yeah.
Celsius and Kelvin.
Yeah. So since the Hobbit is the note taker of the party, and
Sorry, hobbits are protected copyright.
Halflings?
The halfling.
Okay, so the halfling has got his shit together and knows what's going on. I would want to know what other side quests that we should have done that we didn't do that we can tidy up, because I feel like we got to get back to the fucking Vecna undead guy, because there was something with that.
Yeah. We got some little minor itty bitty things. The barmaid in Phandelever, Elsa, wanted us to bring her sister.
Oh, that already
Neverwinter
happened. You guys
back
did that
there.
long ago. You did that a long time ago.
Right, check it off. Put a line through it.
I don't have that chapter off.
All right, do that. Okay.
Remember Gwen
next-
Orsong.
Yeah. Then we got two main quests. Then we got the find the 3 other shards, the obelisk shard things, which we have a little goblin map that says where they are.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Or we can investigate the city that fell into hell.
Ooh.
Listen, I wouldn't do that right now.
Sounds like we do that
one.
one. But I think that'll be more difficult
All right.
because it seemed like kind of a big deal.
Okay. So
I actually was almost planning 2 weeks ago when several people wasn't going to be here. I was actually going to have you guys roll up new characters, and I was like, well, I can't do that because the Caradoc can literally not roll up any more new characters. Just because I was going to have you guys.
I can do it. I'm good.
Okay. Well, I was going to have you guys play through the scenario where you guys were in El Terrell as it fell.
We can do that if you want.
Oh shit, that's pretty fucking tight. I like that.
I haven't planned that, so I can't do that.
Well, fair.
But I was also going to introduce a villain in that as well, and then I'm like, I'm not going to do all that because I know a couple of y'all. I know at least Caradoc at the time said he couldn't roll up any new characters, and I was like, then I can make characters for everybody, and I was just like, man, that sounds like a lot of work, and I was like, maybe I'll do it, and I think I just was like chickened out. I was like, yeah, I know what I want to do, but I also want it to be kind of impactful. And I was like, I don't have the time to really spend on doing that. Because I also had to get my eye shot that day. So I didn't want to delve into all that. So if I had thought about it, if I knew Sean wasn't going to make it tonight, I would have planned that probably. And I will have that on the back burner from now on, that if somebody doesn't show up and we want to do something. But yeah. So sorry, that was a long rambling. Just for a lot to say. Don't go to there yet. But just to also be clear, if you guys want to make 4th level characters up at some point for kind of a one shot,
yeah,
do so.
Can I be a Hell Rider?
You can.
Sick.
So.
All right. Well, looks like then, unless other people have other things to do, we can go to the Star Metal Hills, which are like north of Phandelever, and try to find those 3 shards to figure out this Vecna goblin problem.
Seems important.
Well,
Okay.
all right then.
Well. Now I've got to.
There's supposed to be a temple and a dwarf temple. So 2 temples.
I know when you guys left Phandelever, that Gwen said she was going to try to find out more information so that you guys would have a perfect place to look.
Well, maybe we go back to Phandelever and report first.
Okay. So yeah, you guys head back to Phandelever. As you kind of approach the town, where are you guys gonna land at? Is there a place that you guys want to land outside of town? I guess you guys could land basically anywhere outside of town.
Has the goblins built a landing pad for the airship yet?
No, they have
Okay.
not.
Fucking, what have these goblins been doing? Because the house has been rebuilt for months now. It's no longer in disrepair.
Did they even know that you had?
I'm
I
sure
don't
they.
know if they knew that you had a.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure Osmond would have told them.
No idea.
Okay, of course, he could also be an unreliable narrator, so maybe Osmond didn't tell him.
All right. What you do see as you kind of approach Phandelever is you definitely see more of a mercenary presence around town. You see what looks to be like guards patrolling, walking the streets. And they kind of watch you as you kind of land the airship, and just not like weapons at ready. They're just kind of like, oh, they're back. And what are you guys doing?
Landon. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll try to go to the. Who'd you say? The lady.
Gwen Orsong. She's been staying at the Stonehill Inn with her sister Elsa.
Yeah.
As you guys kind of entered town, you see a familiar person come rushing up to you as fast as he can, with kind of a little bit of a hobble in his cane, and he's like, "I'm so glad you're back." And you realize it's the old town master, Harbin Westner. And he's like, "I'm so glad you're back. Things have, well, I just don't like how things are going around here.
What's wrong?
Well, as you see, while you were gone, I lost the council elections, and now Hoya Thornton has been running the town. And she's hired all kinds of ruffians to come and watch the town. And I just don't think this is right. We should have hard-working Phandelins running this town, not a bunch of mercenaries."
I mean, has
I'm sure
anybody
you-
else had their pants pulled down by bugbears in the middle of the night and their canes stolen? If not, I think the mercenaries are doing a good job.
He's like, Dinkle Dinkle says, "Yeah, they're doing a good job." And who's
Out of a dingle dingle.
Are you trying to say that because we're mercenaries, even though we have a residence in the town, we're worth less to you?
No, you're not the mercenaries. Them. And he points out some of the guards walking around. Hoya Thornton hired them, and they're not from Phandelever. How are they going to protect our town if they're not from here?
I mean, originally we weren't from here and we still protected the town.
Have you been attacked since they came here?
Well, no, but I just don't trust them. And he kind of like puts his head kind of like to your, like really close to your head. Caradoc, he kind of bends down and he's like, "I hear they work for the Zentarum."
And where's your proof of that?
Well, we all know Halia's got some shady dealings. I mean, she was trying to keep that one glass staff safe. She did turn him over to you eventually, but is this the kind of woman you want running the town?
I think the kind of person we want running the town is the people that are is the person the town elects to run it.
Yes, but she's like the biggest purse holder in the town. She can't possibly want what's best for the town. She wants what's best for the pocketbook.
Sounds like somebody's being salty just because they lost and they're no longer in charge.
I mean, is there any evidence that the election may have been unfair?
No, the elections were safe and fine. I have to admit that I got the least amount of votes. But I mean, that seems kind of shady to me. But again, I guess I haven't. People don't trust me anymore, and I get that. But I mean, even if it wasn't me, I was hoping like maybe Gundren would be, or Sildar was going to be leading the council since they, joined the council. But Sister Gorell, I just hate that these people are walking around, even if they are keeping the town safe, but they're talking about building up better walls. And that's going to come out of the town's budget.
Make the goblins pay for it. Yeah,
yes.
We've been there, yeah.
Well, if the town isn't safe and has been overrun several times, why are you opposed to building walls?
Again, I just don't want them building the walls. I just think it's a bad precedence that we're setting. And the man running things for the mercenaries his name is Gurren Swain, and he just seems kind of roughneck in a way that doesn't make our town look friendly. Maybe if we're trying to get tourism and people visiting, eventually, we don't want roughnecks running the town.
What do you have in this town worth touring for?
Well, we have the orchard, and we have a festival, right? I was going to plan a festival.
Well, I'm sold. Maybe if you work on developing the tourism attractions and developing infrastructure for the town and plans for infrastructure for the town, people will vote you next time. But if you are going to plan and you still haven't, what good are you?
No, we're right now building up a house of worship. I mean, Sister Gorell's little shrine there is all great, but we want to have a few different gods here, like Shantae. We're an agricultural town. We want people to have babies. So, with Shantae, we need people that, we're trying to bring clerics here. Good things like that. And of course, you guys are kind of an attraction. I mean, brave adventurers, and we've got all that money from the ore coming in, and eventually that helps the town.
Are the refugees allowing are the mercenaries allowing our refugees from the manor to, free will?
Oh yes, the goblins have been, and the goblins and Shakespeare have actually been helping.
Okay.
I mean, right now Shakespeare and Osmond are out looking. Went to go find. They went to go find where you might need to go next. Gwen Orsong had seen something in some of her studies, and they went on to go investigate. And Sildar sent a group to go look at another location. I think he said that they may have found where Gibbet's Crossing was.
So thanks so much for all the information. We have stuff to do. Apparently you're wasting our time with all your yapping. Quit being salty. We'll catch you later.
I mean, I'm sure we could talk to the new electorship and vibe check them.
Why
don't know,
must
I'm not the
only
leader, I
one
guess.
person lead the town? Why can't the whole council make decisions?
Well, we all make decisions as the council, but we still needed a head, that their vote might count for two if, there's ever a deadlock. It happens occasionally.
And how often does this head of the council get rotated?
We have an election, I think, every year, I think is what we're going to do.
Well,
So really, the only power the head of the council has is to break ties in the event that the rest of you can't come to a consensus?
Yes.
That doesn't seem like too much of an abusable power.
Yes, but Sure. But I knew we were going to hire mercenaries. I mean, Cephandrius, that was your idea, to hire outside guards. I mean, you guys actually donated the money for such things to happen. I just figured you guys would maybe want to vet these people first, if they're part of the Zentarum. I
Well,
mean,
you said Osborne and Shakespeare have been a part of the town guard. Have they not given their input?
who's going to listen to an ogre?
We are. Who's
Who's
going to
listen to Osborne? I mean, he's been great at training, but he's
What good have you done in providing security for the town?
this town was only running as well as it was before you got here because of me.
That doesn't cast a good light on you. This town was overrun with creatures that were causing havoc, was overrun with mercenaries that were shaking down the civilian life of this town.
Yes, but
Now,
they
I
were scary.
understand
That wasn't my idea.
I understand it wasn't your idea, and neither were any ideas to help the town. So when it comes to town defense, wherein maybe you're good at mercantile, this town's economy is thriving, defense is not your strong suit. And where if you have specific concerns to levy against these mercenaries, then absolutely share them. But if they haven't done anything to raise red flags aside from not being under your control, well, I don't view that as a bad thing.
He points his finger at you and he goes, "Mark my words, this is going to go
I'll mark
badly."
them.
And he stamps his cane down twice and hobbles
And
off.
if it does, we'll fix it just like the last time it went badly before we got here.
Huff. He huffs off. He actually says huff and he walks off.
Cephandrius' voice changed a little bit. I need to dial it in.
I go over and
Got
I
a little more.
I smooth over Cephandrius' cloak where he got poked by that guy and just kind of straighten him
He
back
didn't
out.
poke him, he just pointed at him.
Oh, okay.
He knew better than to poke the bear.
Are we gonna be in this town overnight? Like,
Probably.
okay, good. I have plans then. Continue on.
If Cephandrius is going to be the bear, can we open a restaurant?
No.
Ah, damn.
We're not doing a cooking show.
It's a perfect day for it. Without Quazga here, we can run an orderly ship. You know he.
I mean,
would
look how much
fight.
the role playing has been better than this. Without interruptions every 5 seconds. We're just kidding, Sean. If you're listening, we know you're not. Yeah, he kind of hobbles off, in a huff.
Did anybody hear anything they were concerned about?
Oh, there were definitely some looky-loos kind of walking around and kind of stopped and looked.
I was talking to the party.
Oh
No, I think this guy's just being salty
What?
because he was in charge and he had all the power. Now he doesn't have dick, and he thought us being the heroes were going to weasel the power back into him.
If there were people around, Rob, I'd like to go ask them how they feel about the town's protection.
I'm
See if
sure
they
he
agree
has concerns and maybe just wasn't able to articulate them. I haven't heard great things about the Zentarum, but also if that's what the town wishes, then that's what the town wishes.
Do we even know if that rumor's true? Maybe he's just making it up.
Well, we know Halia Thornton works with them. And if she is leading, then there's a likelihood. But nothing's confirmed.
All right, so you guys, somebody said they wanted to go ask around to people that are listening.
Yeah. Just ask how
Uh,
they feel about the guard. And
You kind of get a lot of indifference. Like indifference as, I mean, they seem to be doing a good job, and there hasn't been any more incidences of goblins. But people do say that one of the goblins that from the Sawplea tribe that you guys had kind of, the place that you guys went and killed their leader, or at least the bad guys out of those goblins.
They no longer make goblins.
Yeah, they like one of the normal Sawplea goblins has been kind of spending some time with Gwen. His name is Pleat. Because he is kind of being the envoy between those tribe of goblins in this town now, because Gwen needs to know more information there, and so he's been traveling back and forth with her, and they've been investigating some text and stuff that was left behind and deciphering some things. But they said, yeah, most people just kind of know that he's here now occasionally as well, and have not given him any trouble because he seems quite harmless. And he's also befriended. People say, yeah, he befriended a couple of the goblins that live up on the hill, talking about y'all's friends. Sloop and goddamn
Sloop, poop, and croup.
Droop and Sloop.
Croup got Croup killed.
Yeah. So everything seems to be on the up and up, at least in people's mind.
It's good enough for me for now. Anybody want to investigate anything in particular in the town while we're here?
Except for now.
What'd you say, Sean? Or Caradoc?
So not yet.
Oh.
Nothing
Okay.
for now. So did he say that they thought they found the Gibbet crossing?
Well, they think that they found a location that's possible to be Giblet's Crossing, but those people, the soldiers that they sent, that Sildar paid to go out there, have not returned. They just went to go investigate, to kind of give you guys a leg up, a heads up if it is the location or not, so you don't waste a whole lot of time out there.
Gotcha.
As you guys kind of stand around, you see a man, kind of older man, kind of running around. Has anybody seen Daisy? Has anybody seen Daisy? Daisy!
Ivan?
What's wrong, Ivern?
Wait, is this? I don't get the joke.
His name's Ivern.
His name.
Yeah, it's
Whose name's Ivern?
This
the
guy.
character that's asking for Daisy. He's clearly named Ivan.
His name is Narth.
That's not Ivern.
Yeah, Ivan's a different name than that. Who's Daisy?
What is Daisy?
My cow.
The sheep?
Cow.
Jeep?
Are you sure it's not a sheep? I swear I know a sheep named Daisy.
No. Black spots. White cow.
A chocolate cow?
No, not a chocolate cow. White cow, black spots. Have you seen her? She's gotten out of my field again.
Did we remember seeing anything like that when we were in the airship?
No. Give me a general perception roll.
24.
26.
All right.
Ooh.
Yip Yip. Of course, Vincent didn't see in his old man eyes. Caradoc, you kind of noticed that a lot of people that you kind of knew from this town that you kind of just kind of ran into the the little time that you spent here, here, and there. You notice a lot of people seem more out of breath as they walk around. Caradoc and Cephandrius, not Caradoc, Yip Yip and Cephandrius, you kind of notice that some people just look ill, and even though it's a little warm, you see some that just seem to be overly sweaty, like more of like a feverish type of sweaty. Just their pallor and everything, and they kind of seem to be moving slower through town and stuff. It doesn't look like it affects everybody, but you definitely kind of just get that general feel that a lot of the town is unwell.
Does anybody else notice how the people of the town are right now? Several of them seem ill.
Yeah, they're moving in like they're in a fog. They're not quite with it. Some of them look like they might be sick with a fever. I'm no doctor, but something seems off.
Your vocabulary has really grown recently.
I'm telling you, spending all this time with you guys, man, like my repertoire has grown. Like there's a lot in this bag. My hand's really grateful I no longer have to write notes.
No one in this whole party's ever said the word repertoire. So
It's okay.
No, that's in Cephandrius' repertoire. We've talked about it.
See?
What's funny is I'm reading Arif Strahd or listening to Arif Strahd, the new Ravenloft novel, and there's actually Kenku in it, and I'm like, man, Preston needs to listen to this book so he knows how Kenku's work. But I mean, but it's not really. I feel like it's not really how Kenku's work because she has her own voice kind of thing. But it's just kind of funny because the way that she talks and stuff. I was like, man, Preston needs to take notes now because this person actually talks.
In my mind, every time Preston talks, I translate it into Bumblebee speak from the first Transformers movie.
Yeah, that definitely. That's why I'm like, I'm okay if Preston talks. He's got his own, by now he's picked up enough vocabulary. He's been around the world for a long time.
And I feel like being with the party long enough, like I pick up the mannerisms of like, because, Cephandrius and I, we were like, with Gundren, we had the whole escapade with the hippopotamus, Klaus. And then with Quazga, that like those are my two different mannerisms and way of speaking that I just kind of mimic back and forth.
That must be interesting to listen to.
Yeah.
And one thing that you do notice too, Yip Yip, is you kind of like as soon as you start like checking out people that are kind of unwell, you kind of look. Like you kind of like looking down at the cobblestones and stuff, and your bird eyes are picking up what almost looks to be like some type of fungus, like very fine fungus in between like the cobblestones. And even if you kind of like look around, like you could probably look down at the cobblestone and you see it, and then you kind of like walk over to a wall and you can almost see like these little fungus types of spore, like not really spores, like just like fungus strands in between like cracks of the wood and stuff like that.
And I motion for Cephandrius to come over and I point all that out, and then I go out and I grab Caradoc. And I like to imagine that I grab Caradoc's head and like push it right toward the fungus and get like up close on it. Well, you know how birds, when they look at things, they kind of turn their heads back and forth. I'm like doing that, looking at the fungus with Caradoc's head in my head, and I'm pointing it out like, look, guys, look. There's all this fungus and shit. I think this has something to do with it.
I'll try to get some fungus on my finger.
Fungus?
Yeah, so you kind of like it's almost like as soon as you like touch it, it just kind of like pushes away. But yeah, it's definitely very very tiny and very like almost kind of gummy.
I can't collect any of it.
Oh yeah, you can collect it.
What's this you have? What?
I wish the Artificer was in the 2024 rule set because I know it's going to be updated later. And I kind
Well,
of
it will be in August.
in August. Okay,
Mhm.
then I think I'll wait.
I've
to
already got the
generally
book
play-
bought. So
Okay, then I'll generally wait to play Kilvin until August, I think, and then I'll just make sure that the character's all set up for that. So I'll keep Cephandrius around for now.
Vincent.
Um,
And then I go and I grab Vincent and I push his old face right into the wall and I'm like, look what I found. There's this fungus all over the place.
Ow. Ow. Why?
And I smooth his robes down, like after I do all that.
What is this? What am I looking at?
It's everywhere. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but definitely I think it has something to do with the way these people are acting weird. I don't think that guy has a cow.
What?
that's great.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant deduction there.
That's a yip yip deduction there.
Can I try to look at make a nature roll?
Sure, go ahead and make a nature
the fungus?
roll. Yeah.
Oh, should I have a +4 nature? Why didn't I think
Yeah.
of that?
Oh, damn. Okay, so Preston, you look at this and you're thinking of it as a natural type of fungus, like kind of like a nature fungus, like a normal type of fungus, and you're like, this doesn't look under your eyes and stuff as a natural occurring fungus. There's just something about the structure is odd. What would Cephandrius, you know a lot about fungus. What would be something that would be odd if you've ever seen in a fungus that wouldn't be natural? Like, what would be something that you would say, hey, this probably wouldn't exist in nature?
He
when it
got
comes to-
legs.
I mean, it's true. I feel like the fungus is incredibly variable, and you can find just about any trait in some sort of fungus. Like you've got cordyceps that can influence the minds of other creatures. There's definitely glow-in-the-dark fungus. There's, I guess, maybe I haven't heard of fungus like being like warm or particularly cold to the touch. So maybe it's emanating heat or pulling heat away. I don't know.
Okay.
That might be kind of...
Yeah, this is kind of maybe a very, very, very cold fungus. Something that you've never seen before in fungus. Vincent, you're looking at this fungus and you're thinking of it as in a magical type of way. And again, knowing that you've heard of the Far Realm, you kind of get the feeling that this is maybe some kind of influence from the Far Realm.
Far Realm being the astral plane, or
No, the actual Far Realm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Vinny, I've seen some shit, and I've never seen this in nature. What do you think, bud?
Yeah, this isn't from here. This is from the Far Realm, a place of gods or demons. Who put this here?
Now, would we notice that the townsfolk that are acting strange, would they have like any signs of like fungal growth or like being infected? Or are they glowing weird? Do they got a weird smell?
they just. I mean, are you just gonna pull somebody to the side that looks unwell and start doing a?
Hey, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab that old guy and just like do him a once over. You know, turn my bird head back and forth.
Get off me! He smacks you. You notice that he's not one that's sweating or anything. He doesn't look very sweaty. He actually looks like he's doing okay.
Look, there's this weird fungus all over the ground. I'm just making sure you're not infected. Are you sure you have a cow? Like, how long have you had this cow, Daisy?
I've had this cow all her life. I've raised her since she was a baby.
A calf? Cows don't have babies. They have calves, man.
But you know what? I do remember seeing some glowing green fungus the other day she was trying to eat.
Glowing.
Yes. It was a greenish purple light. I just seen it and she just went over and ate it and I got her away from it, but it was too late, so I didn't actually get to study the fungus.
Another crossover, I see.
And then as you guys are kind of standing there, talking about this, you kind of guys kind of wandered down towards the shrine area and the open market, and you see a cow walking through the town square.
Hey, I think we found the cow.
And he goes, Daisy, that is.
Wow.
And as you watch this cow, you suddenly see what looks to be a bunch of tentacles.
That ain't
kind of
Daisy
erupting
anymore.
around it. This is kind of what you see.
Well,
Oh boy.
Get out
And
my
it's almost like it comes out of the skin, and then you see her start doing the
Cat.
and all of a sudden she just yaks out what looks to be
another bovine creature, or yak.
you see her yak out what looks to be like 4
No baby.
gray oozes. And then she just kind of like, she doesn't die, she just kind of like falls over and is like breathing pretty heavy.
Wasn't there ooze at like the bottom of a well somewhere?
Yeah, the trash monster.
Is this give it the same vibe as the trash monster ooze?
No. I can't remember if that thing was I think that was just an Odiug, right? There wasn't no.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it wasn't an ooze.
And also this glowing fungus. Is it didn't when we up in the mountains? Didn't those goblins, weren't they glowing green and then they have fungus like in the cave and shit?
There were some glowing green goblins for sure, and some that had been seen around the town that had ran off with what looked to be. Well, you guys didn't actually ever investigate any of all of that. You just guys you heard about some glowing goblins who ran down a well, and that's where you guys went.
And they had long heads.
Yeah.
I wonder if I should consult Hodic, Jardic, Bill. I bet he knows. I still have him. He's in my pouch.
I think these oozes suddenly start coming towards y'all.
Hold on, Bill. I'll ask you my question and I put him back in the pouch.
Well, we should take care of this.
I suppose so.
Everybody roll initiative.
All right.
Nice.
Oh man.
Is it would we have taken a long rest on the ship?
Yes, you guys would have had a long rest. So if you guys want to,
Yeah, do need one of those.
Where's Kilvin at these days?
I assume he's not here just for the sake of action economy, and maybe
That's what I was
he's at
wondering.
the manor working on some defenses or something
With Dingle Dingle.
with Dingle Dingle. He and
So
Dingle
this
Dingle are having a romantic
one
tryst.
ooze kind of walks towards you, and it looks at Caradoc. And Caradoc, I need you to make me an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence. Okay. Why is it this? Actually, Sharon.
It looks. You see, like this ooze kind of like look in your direction, and suddenly you feel like a crushing weight between your brain, almost like something is crushing your insides, and you take 10 points of psychic damage.
I just got intellect devoured. Imagine. All right.
Let's see, Cephandrius, it is your turn.
All
You just
right.
watched Caradoc probably scream in pain.
That's rare.
And my sword hand would like go to my head.
All right, I am going to walk 5, 10. Let's see. Sorry, I got to double check some things real quick. It's been a while since I've played Cephandrius.
Yeah, I get it. It happens when you don't play for 6 weeks.
Are these spaces right here this tent, or are they? Can I walk on them?
Those right here the second thing that you pointed here, those are like rugs and stuff. This is probably you could probably walk there. It looks like it's, oh god.
Oh,
Okay.
I see.
Then in that case, if I was here, I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20. Uh-oh. Maybe I'm not. How do I get over there right now? This is rude, guys.
I mean, you could probably, if you wanted to run up this cart and then jump on, well, you probably couldn't jump on the tent.
Basically, I'm trying to get right here, but I wonder if the cow is going to attack us. Probably.
The cow looks like it's down for the count.
Oh, down for the count?
Yeah.
Count.
It doesn't look dead. It just looks like it kind of fell over, and it looks like it's just kind of like drooling.
It's drooling, huh? Okay, all right. Whatever. We're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. This is rude. Caradoc, you're in a bad spot, man.
You can walk through Caradoc.
I know, but that's not the problem.
Oh.
Then we'll go ahead and do a Misty Step. Well, actually, sorry. All right. Last time, I promise. I'm going to actually walk to there instead. Then we'll do a Misty Step. I'll do a... Sorry, I got to look it up again. I'll do a Dreadful Step, so creatures within 5 feet of the space I left. Oh, or the space I appear. Okay, I'm actually just going to forget everything I said. I'm going to Misty Step right here as a Dreadful Step.
Okay.
And then creatures in the space I appear must succeed on a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw or take 2d10 psychic damage.
Okay.
and that doesn't use a spell slot because it's Steps of the Fae.
Okay, so they all have got to. The four of them have got to make a dexterity saving throw. Is that what you said?
Wisdom saving, DC 16.
When I'm trying to add everything to this quick rolls.
Sure.
And let's see here. Say, what's your save DC?
16.
16. Wisdom. So 3 fail and this one succeeds.
All right. If you want all of it rolled under one damage die, they each of them that failed take 13 damage. Otherwise, I can re-roll for each.
Actually, they take half damage
Okay. All right.
because they have resistance to psychic.
Okay. Well, sounds good. And now I'm going to cast Thunderstep from here to teleport back. Sorry, I gotta.
Is that
Here's my sheet.
is thunder? So wait, is that a bonus action or a reaction or?
Misty Step is a bonus action.
Okay, and Thunderstep is an attack.
Thunderstep is a action.
Okay. And did they have to roll for that?
Yes, it's a con save 16.
Okay. I forgot how the hell to. Where the hell? Well, now I've lost the whole. Damn it. Oh man. Don't close that window up. And so, and it's a, you say dexterity?
Con save.
Con
Constitution.
save. All right. And 2 of them failed that.
All right.
The one that succeeded last time failed. And then, so, shit, let me move this damn window. So this one failed and this one failed.
I don't know why it rolled it twice, but 15 damage to each of them. Thunder damage.
Let me check that because I don't know if they're resistant to that.
Oh, and half as much damage to those that succeeded.
Okay. So no, they're not immune to that or anything. So so we do blam, and then these 2 take half. Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Does that do anything else to them?
Just damage. It makes a sound audible up to 300 feet away, so if there's more things lurking nearby, they'll have heard it. But other than that, I'll double check. I don't believe so.
Who put a hunter's mark on that guy?
So when I come up for my turn, I know which one.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. I was just like, all right. Okay. Let me move this over here for right the moment. Next is this gray ooze. Moves 10 feet. Looks at you, Cephandrius. I need you to make me a intelligence check.
Oof, 10.
that succeeds. I'm pretty sure.
Ooh.
Let me look at that to make sure. Yep. You feel like some intense pressure in your head, but just like you're able to kind of shake it off. And next, this ooze oozes over the other one and looks at Vincent. I need you to make me an intelligence check. I'll feel real bad if Vincent fails.
Intelligence check or intelligence save?
Intelligence save, I'm sorry. Yeah, you succeed. Again, you feel some pressure inside your head that just dissipates. Yip Yip, it is your turn.
Okay, so I want to move here. Cast Hunter Mark on that guy there. I use my longbow. This is a 17 hit.
That's not what I wanted to do. Yes.
And then Hunter's Mark damage. And then a 26. I know that hit.
Hold on. You used your bonus action. Oh, you get 2 attacks though,
I
right?
do.
Okay.
You said they're immune to psychic damage, right?
Yes.
All right.
Well,
then
you don't know that.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to bother
unless Cephandrius is like, why didn't that hit like it should have?
Yeah. All right. I'm done.
Yeah, that one dies.
And then I'm going
the ooze kind of like dissipate.
I'm going to shift my Hunter's Mark over to the orange one then. And then end my turn.
All right. This one oozes its way towards Yip Yip, and I need you to make me an intelligence save. Okay, you feel like a crushing force inside your head, and you're able to shake it off. Caradoc, it's your turn.
I guess I just sword this ooze in front of me.
Sword the ooze.
They're not like undead, right? From what I
No.
can tell, kind of
No.
extra cleaner.
They just kind of have like a glowing green around them.
So 13 hit them.
13 does. They have very, very low AC because they're oozes.
Big.
Oh
4
man.
damage for the first attack. Second attack 21 hits for also 5 damage.
All right.
Level 7. Bring back our happy.
Vincent, Fulminare, it is your turn.
All right. Oh, it's hard not to do the old faithful. Just to see what this would look like.
That seems safe.
Well, I would feel bad for somebody's cart. I don't want. Okay, well, I'm just going to hit. Which one of these has been damaged the least?
The one this one.
That one. Okay. Then I'm going to step kind of back this away. And I'm going to use Witch Bolt at level 3.
All right. And is that's a to hit, right? Okay, yeah. That hits.
Excellent. It'll take that many lightning damage.
Alrighty, that thing it starts kind of like zapped, and it's just kind of like you see it just kind of running through the lightning, kind of running through its whole form, and it doesn't. It just kind of like I don't know. It kind of deflates a little bit, like it took a good hit.
It took all of the damage, though?
Yeah, it took all the damage.
Okay. Excellent. That's it for me.
Alrighty, and this oozes its way towards Caradoc. And you see a giant fist come flying up from it. And of course, it tries to swing at you, and you're able to use your shield to block it. And you just see it kind of splooge all over your shield.
Oh, you've been splooged on.
Oh, my shield.
Oh shit, I didn't see that. It's okay. Next time it fails a spell, saving throw, remind, I'll have to look at that. Splooged on your shield, Cephandrius. It is your turn.
All right. We are also going to go with Old Faithful. And we'll go
Nope,
with
sorry, ignore
Eldritch
that.
Blast. So
Sorry.
I'm going to do an Eldritch Blast where one is targeting... Actually, we'll just do both targeting... No, we'll do one targeting the one that's low, and then one
Okay.
targeting the blue one.
Okay.
That's going to be...
That's a nat 20, right?
Yep.
All right.
I don't think... What the fuck? 2 nat 20s.
Obviously, D20 or D&D Beyond is having one of its episodes again.
Yeah, no doubt. Just to test it. Okay. Well, what a waste. I don't know. I mean, Eldritch Blast don't crit, do they? For
Yeah.
spells and like
For damage,
oh,
yeah.
okay. Well, and that's for the red one, and
Okay.
this is for the blue one.
It explodes.
Well, there we go. And the blue one takes 21.
And it explodes.
I am furious about that. Of all the times.
You rolled a nat 20 on something with 4 hit points.
I rolled 2 nat 20s.
Yeah, but one of them had a few more hit points.
Fair.
Yip Yip, it is your turn.
Well, to the one that's left, I say that if you splooge on my friend, I'm going to hit you with the wiener. Get out my longbow, the Big John wiener. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, boy.
Is that a nat 20?
That also a nat
as well?
20?
That was also nat 20. On the hunter's mark damage.
Yeah, that thing is dead.
Oh, that's right.
3 nat 20s.
You got hit with
wasted.
the wiener.
All right, so yeah, they all kind of explode, and you just see like the center of them just kind of disintegrate into the earth, and it just kind of like the ground is just covered with a thin coating of mucusy, glowing green slime.
Anybody have any idea what the hell that was?
The cow kind of stands up and just kind of walks off with its little bell.
Does it still have the tentacles coming out of it, or is it back to normal?
No, it looks back to normal.
Okay. Glad we didn't have to kill Daisy. I was worried about killing the cow.
I mean,
Well, she probably needs a cure if somebody has some sort of restoration.
I have a cure. I could use a snack. No, probably not a good idea.
Yeah. Do you really want to eat the
Yeah.
psychic ooze?
Fungal cheese.
cow.
No, thank you.
If this is ooze from the far realm, it is a realm of madness. I think pretty well explains what's going on here. I think.
How did I get it here?
Good question.
I mean, we were just in the Fey realm, were we not? Could it not have, like, attached itself to us?
Okay, number one, that was the Shadowfell. That wasn't the Fey realm.
Okay, never mind. I'm not a wizard.
What's number 2?
That's number 2.
Shut up, idiot.
Yeah, shut up. SYBAU. Shut your bitch ass up.
And I look over at Vinny and give him a wink like, hey, see, look, I know magic. I know magic stuff, Vinny.
Proud of you. We're all proud of you.
In my mind, Yip Yip said, yeah, we just came back from the Fey realm, and Vincent's like, Shadow realm? Shadowfell?
I'm going to go ahead and go into the shadow of a building and cast one with shadows or invisibility, just because, why not? You know, just be invisible for a bit. I think that sounds like a good idea.
Cool.
Is there a reason why?
No, just because it's free to cast.
Oh.
So there's no reason to. I'm also going to do magical cunning and take a short rest while I'm invisible to try and gain back my packed slot.
Okay. So you don't tell them, you just kind of blend into the shadows and disappear?
Yeah, I'll tell them. I'll hey, if you need anything, let me know. I'll be around. And then invisible.
Whoa.
All right.
I can do that. I just don't want to right now.
All right. What are you guys going to do now?
Well, we should probably warn the farmer about Daisy.
Well, the farmer was standing there as all this happened.
Yeah, but he can't have her anymore.
What do you mean I can't have her anymore?
She's sick.
It's my cow.
I think
Okay.
she'll puke again.
Well, she looks perfectly healthy to me.
Yeah, I look fine right before I act too.
Vincent, the man wants to die. Let him die.
Well, I don't want anyone to die. Dying is terrible.
Farmer, that's what you want, right? You want to die a very painful death?
I don't want to die, but
Our friend Caradoc here has withstood some of the most intense battles we've seen with hardly a scratch. Did you hear him scream? If that made him scream, I can't imagine what it'll do to you. No offense. You look like a hardy enough man, but I would advise, at least until we figure out what's going on here, that it might not be a good idea for you to hold on to Daisy.
Not good against mind pain.
Can you isolate the cow somewhere? Like, can you put her in a fenced area and just not touch her?
well, she keeps getting out of my fenced-in area, but I can keep her in the barn. She's never escaped from there.
Put her in the barn.
Just be prepared when you open the door to be attacked by 100 little oozes that she's given birth to.
He kind of gives a side eye to the cow, and the cow looks up and goes, "Mrrr." She's like, "Come on, Daisy. I don't want anything bad to happen to you, but if I find any more oozes, I'm going to make you into hamburger." Mrrr.
No, I wouldn't eat the hamburgers.
See, I told you, he wants to die. No offense, my farming friend, but if your idea to stop that from happening is to turn your cow into hamburger, then you probably don't have the best defenses against those oozes either.
You see a couple of the militia, the mercenaries come running. Someone reported an incident here in the town square. Is everything okay, citizens?
Yeah.
There was some oohs and ahs, but everything's all right now.
Cow
what is
trouble,
that on your
yeah.
shield?
Splooge.
Some splooge.
Oh, I'm.
Have you seen any oozes or other things? People maybe attacking anyone here in town?
No, we haven't had any reports of anything like that. Um, Everything's been pretty much quiet here.
Have you seen this sickness that seems to be going around? Are any of your soldiers sick?
I have seen a malaise, if you must call it that. Seems like
Yip, yip,
somebody's
right down,
people
right
are
down.
coming down with the flu or something. We've only been here a few days.
Hmm. Would I have any idea? Would any of us have any idea on how sicknesses might spread?
I mean, you could do a medical check.
Because I don't want to out of Cephandrius probably doesn't. Seems like something might be making everyone sick. I have no idea what it could be.
All right, I rolled a 22 on medicine.
I mean, there could be for the kind of symptoms that are showing. It could be anything from a flu, yip yip. It could be contaminated water from the well. But you would think if it was a contamination from the water or the well, then everybody would be sick. But there just definitely seems like there's people that don't have the same kind of influence.
And I grab the guy by his tunic and I pull him close. Cover your damn mouth when you cough, and maybe don't drink the well water.
Who did you do this to?
The militia guy, and then I push him away.
I mean, Jordan suspects this is from the fungus, but Cephandrius is a big dummy and wouldn't have any inkling that that might be related, I guess. With a medicine check, he doesn't know enough about medicine.
Yeah, Yip Yip, you would also believe that the strange fungus could be the cause of it as well.
And I would tell the mercenary guys, look, stay away from the fungus. Don't touch it. Don't get near it. Don't lick it.
This is a movie. You would see like the camera flying through the town, getting as close to everything, and everything you just kind of see is just like got fungus
Yeah.
inside of it or around it.
How does it respond to fire?
It burns. Like anything else would, like any kind of other plant fibers.
I mean,
I've come
fungus
to the
aren't
conclusion
plants.
that it burns.
They're typically
But they're still
quite
fibrous, right?
fine.
Yeah, but it's on the houses. Like, we can't burn all the houses.
I was just curious.
I mean, since Cephandrius and I or Caradoc and I are clerics, is there like some like fucking holy spell that we can cast? Like,
Not a cleric.
oh, you're not? I thought you were a holy man. Shit. Well, I'm a cleric.
He's
there-
a paladin.
Close enough. I'm no scientist.
You're like a level 1 cleric.
I'm a level 2. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but it checks out that Yip Yip would think he would have the power to solve the problem, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I can probably cure people who are infected, but I can't get rid of it from the world.
We can't like burn it with holy light or something.
I can smite it.
Have you seen any signs of this fungus growing in bigger concentrations anywhere else around town, or any other abnormal fungal growths?
Who are you talking to? The militia?
The mercenary or militiaman,
He says,
whoever.
you speak of this fungus, and I have no idea what you're talking about.
I grab his head and I throw him toward one of the walls and I point. I'm like, right there, the green stuff growing everywhere.
And he's
Bad
like,
dog, potty outside.
You did the
If
same
you
thing.
remember how you just told him to avoid getting too close to the fungus,
It's not gonna matter. This guy.
he's like, oh my goodness. I mean, if you had pointed this out to me, I don't think we would have noticed it. And he starts going around and looking at all the walls. He's like, it's everywhere.
Yip yip.
You've been waiting how many game sessions to do that?
Caradoc, is your son okay?
I look up into the sky to see if the sun is still there. Looks to me.
We'll get you one of these days. We know the truth.
You see Gwen Orsong step out from the inn, and she brightens when she sees Cephandrius, and she's like, "Ah, it's good to see you back, friends." And I guess it's been a while since we've seen Gwen. Maybe I should show her again.
Nice to see you as well. I'd love to catch up, but we're trying to figure out what's happening around here. Have you noticed people getting sick or this fungal growth everywhere?
She's like, "Yes, I have seen the fungus, and well, I think it's I feel that. Hold on a second.
There's no way of getting around it. You think it's the dirty green goblins, don't you?
I don't think it's them necessarily, but I did read some information that their leader there at the fuck, I can't remember the name of the place.
He had green crystals
name
and
of the
shit
guy.
growing out of his head. It was
Cragmaw
scary.
Hideout, Cragmaw
Nope.
Castle.
Nope,
Those are the goblins,
Yeah, Cragmaw
not
Keep.
those goblins. Nope.
not those goblins.
Zorzulo's Rest
Yeah, that's what I said.
and Ruxathid. I had gone over some notes that Ruxathid, most of them were insanity. But he had drawn some symbols occasionally. And I keep coming up with something called, let me look it up.
Just realized Cephandrius has been talking to all of these people while invisible. She's got a keen eye to have seen him.
Something called Ilvash.
Ilvash. Does that ring anything for me? Ring a bell?
Give me roll me just a D20. No stats or anything.
All of us, or just Vincent?
No, just Vincent.
Middle of the road.
So you kind of feel like you hear that name Ilvash, and you can hear it echo in your mind like you've heard that name before.
Can't put my finger on it.
But can't quite put your finger on it. But you feel yourself kind of chained to a wall when you heard it. And a voice that you can't quite make out, but you know that you've heard it somewhere before, like the voice. But it's just like right there at the edge of your mind, but you can't grip it. It's almost like something is like, just as it comes to your mind, something like grabs it and pushes it back. Like it's almost like a secret that's being kept from you. And then deep down in your core, you hear, you're not ready.
Well, I'll look probably a bit shocked to everybody, but I probably won't know exactly why.
She says, she continues going on that I believe that it has something to do with the far realm, a realm of strangeness and
Oof, we were just there the other day.
no, you weren't. And she says, after talking to several people around town, a couple of them said that they had. She says there was the Sleeping Giant Inn. The goblins had attacked it, and the only thing that was missing, there was a stone underneath. It was an obsidian stone, just a square stone, and it was underneath the bar, and that piece was missing. The well that you guys went down, strangely enough, there was a obsidian piece that was a part of that well wall, and yeah, it was taken by some goblins that glowed green. And it says also there was at the miners' exchange, someone had taken a foundation stone, had dug it out of the building, and all the building almost collapsed. And then she points over to the shrine. She's like, "And the shrine over here almost collapsed when somebody took a obsidian stone."
Hmm.
I'm thinking they are trying to recreate something. So I looked through some more notes and some of the history of the town. Did you know this whole area was once under control from mind flares?
Didn't we already deal with these creatures?
I don't think you've actually out of character. You guys haven't dealt with any mind flayers yet.
No, not mind flayers, but the obsidian pilfering goblins.
Yeah,
Well, that's
they wanted
they're the
us to
ones you
get
guys-
more.
they were the ones that led you guys to Zorzulu's Rest, and that's when the goblins there had kind of told you that Ruxit had some people take those stones, but they weren't there when those stones were missing when you got to when you got to Ruxit. She says, I think this there's lots of Underdark under this area, and at one time I believe mind flayers had taken over this whole area, and once they basically killed or ran off anybody else here, they fled, and no one knows where they went. But I have the feeling that stuff that these obelisks may have something to do with that. And something tells me they're collecting them for some reason. And she says, I'm pretty sure that's what those maps were for. And having deciphered them, I had sent Osmond and Shakespeare to a place I believe is called Tallhundreth. And I didn't have enough manpower, so Sildar donated some money to send some of the mercenaries to try to find Gibbet's Crossing. And I was expected they would be back shortly, unless they've run into trouble.
Should we go try and find them?
Yeah.
I think so.
How many days ago did you send them on their journey?
It was probably 3 days ago. It would be at least several days' ride there and back. I would suspect that they would be back by tomorrow.
Should we hop aboard our ship and head that way? See if we can spot them headed our way? See if we can see any signs of this fungus anywhere else from up above?
I'd hate for anything to happen to Shakespeare.
Maybe he
Agreed.
can hop on the ship. Or maybe we can have him and the Oops go away for a bit Maybe the fungus hasn't made it out to the manor of second chances. Quazga, do you want to go deliver the message and make sure they're safe?
Yes.
Yes. Of course, I love them. Oops. By the way, guys, you're my best friends in the whole world, and
The demons
Yeah.
get to him. What's happening?
Are you infected by this fungus? What's happening? Oh,
It could be the fungus. You should lay down.
yes,
But not
I
on
think
this
the fungus
ground.
is getting to me.
Just go rest on that chase lounge that we redecorated with that wizard skin, and it'll make you feel better, little buddy.
There was no Ed Gein going on here.
I'm pretty sure
That's
there
not while
was.
the DM was looking.
Um, Caradoc, as you're kind of standing there, you see Carp. You see kind of Carp like shuffling about, kind of watching you guys. Almost like he's waiting for the adults to leave.
I think the boy needs child support.
Caradoc,
Spending
I think your son wants to tell you something.
Who?
You know, little Caradoc over there.
You know his name?
You say Carp because he looks like me. Just halfling with ginger hair equals my son.
We saw the glint in your eye when you met him.
Who doesn't like children?
Quazga.
Well, children don't like Quazga, so. I mean, I guess
I
I'll
feel like
talk to him.
Quazga would actually love children. He'd get
Hey,
him into so many
Caradoc.
Hello, Carp.
I'm a little nervous.
What about what?
Well, me and Pip, you know, we were over in that field. And he points to the east. He says, and well, we seen something kind of hopping around, and he's like he was gonna go follow him, and I told him it wasn't a good idea, and well, he did, and I stayed behind because I'm not allowed to leave the field, and Mom will get mad if I leave. But he said he would be right back, and he hasn't come back yet.
How long ago was this?
A couple of hours ago.
Well, what was the thing you saw hopping around?
He said it was, or he said, he says, well, it's kind of hard to describe, but it looks very weird, and shit. Hold on a second. Let me find a
Language.
picture.
Watch your language.
I don't forgot what they were called.
Frog.
Why is there no picture?
Fish.
So he's like, well, they look like little pyramids with legs, like kind of like they were just super tiny, and they just looked weird. They looked unnatural, and they were tiny. They were, probably cat sized, so pretty large to me. But they just kind of hopped and bopped and rolled around, and I think they had some weird like bumps on them.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but it sounds like we gotta go look for Pip. Would you be able to lead us to where you saw him last?
yeah, come this way, and he starts jogging towards the um field. So we'll say he takes you out past. He kind of takes you down pretty close to. Can you guys see? Did it move the camera there?
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of in that field there. He's not allowed to go further than that. And he said that they kind of went kind of a northeast away from town. So he's like, he went that way, but I don't know where. After that, after he kind of went over a hill, I have no idea where he went. I was gonna go tell his mom and dad, but I thought he'd be back, and I didn't want him to get in trouble because last time he got grounded, and it wasn't fun for me when he got grounded either.
Yeah. Well.
He said he was gonna go be a hero and try to find out what these things were. He says the guys that live up at the manor, they would love it if I was a big hero like them.
Mm.
Well.
Sounds
Sometimes
like your friend's an idiot.
sometimes the right thing to do is to be cautious.
Yeah. So if you find him, I hope he's okay. And you guys kind of like look around the area, and you can see some footprints going off. And if Preston wanted to do some rangery stuff,
What do I need to roll to do rangery stuff? Like, what type of rangery stuff do you mean?
oh my god,
You have one job.
my brain is just fungus. My brain is fungus. My brain is fungus.
Fungus among us.
Why can't I think of any fucking thing right now?
Perception.
Survival. To look for footprints, to follow footprints.
Fuck yeah, 21. I found some shit.
Yeah, you find like the prints of Pip, and you can kind of see that he's kind of like walking very cautiously. You kind of see like every once in a while he like goes, like you'll see a tree out in the field, and he kind of like goes to that tree, like almost like he probably kind of stuck his head around the tree and then waited for these things to go on. You can't really see any other footprints besides his, though.
Would I
like these things may be very lightweight?
Would I need to roll a nature check to know what these pyramid with legs are?
You could, but
I mean,
go ahead, just give me a roll.
18. Come on, I gotta know something.
It honestly, it sounds insane.
Doesn't
Like-
sound natural.
It doesn't sound natural at all. Like, you can't think of anything in nature that would be that way. It almost seems...
Vinny, I've been out in nature for so long that, dude, I can't come up with anything that these pyramid creatures would be. Do you think maybe like some, Shadow Realm, that place we were at, like it could be those creatures?
Maybe. Out of character, I have no idea what little triangle things are.
Modrons? Question mark? I don't know, man.
Modrons, maybe.
That's a good guess.
That's my best guess, but that don't make no sense.
Yeah, their job is to keep the universe flowing. I don't know, can I roll like a Arcana or something?
I mean, give me an Arcana check, yeah.
They're not nature-y. I don't know what else they'd be.
I mean, look, I can see Pips's footprints all over the place. He's going here, he's going there.
Hot
But-
damn!
But these things have no. It's like there's no weight to them, Vin. It's crazy.
You're You're like
You
in an
invented
Arcana.
these.
You don't really think of anything, but it almost makes you think of like if you were to think about these things blown up, you'd almost think that there's some kind of clumps of cells, like maybe there's some kind of like enlarged, clumps of cells. That's the only thing you can think of. Is kind of what his description was. Something you would find inside a body, if you'd like look in the bloodstream or in the cellular structure of something. But nothing really Arcana. But you're like, kind of sounds a little bit like, I don't know, if like maybe if you had a microscope or
Mitochondria.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell everybody that. I mean, this is my best guess.
That's crazy.
I think this kid's dead.
Big old germs.
So hold on a second. Let me bring up the map here and let me just try to draw a picture. Like he starts drawing a picture of. Oh yeah, you can't really draw a good picture here with this shit, can you? So he's like, yeah, it kind of looks like this, and then it kind of has. Hold on. What the fuck did I just do?
It's an orange square. Holy crap.
Okay. Let me see here. Brush. Okay, let's do this. Right. So it kind of looks like this, but then it had like little. And then there was just like these, like that, but these were like little bitty legs, kind of hanging off of it.
So like SpongeBob.
Pretty sure this is a breakfast cereal mascot.
All right, so I found his trail. Do I see like where it leads to so we can follow that?
You can follow it, yeah, pretty easy.
All right. We're gonna follow it.
All right.
Before we go ahead, we need to get our strongest party member back. I'm gonna summon Quartz the Wonder Horse.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Nay.
Shakespeare. Or Shakespeare.
Boom. Quartz acquired. For free.
You know, I think there was wasn't there fungus in that cave where the goblins were taking the obsidian, and now our friend mentioned the obsidian again. Should we try and investigate that cave again?
Well, that's why I wanted to come here, to go to get knowledge on the Gibbet Crossing, which is where one of the pieces is supposed to be.
Sounds good.
And now there's some fungus nonsense and pyramid heads.
Oh man, where the hell is this? Oh man, I can't find what I'm looking for now. Like, why is this not in the chapter? Okay. So yeah, you guys follow these footprints for a bit, and Pip is also. I think Pip is also a halfling. He looks very tiny in this picture too. These things are bigger than what. These are supposed to be tiny, but for some reason they're very big in this picture. So, but you kind of see Pip, and he kind of is leaning against a boulder. And he sees you, and he starts waving at you guys. And he kind of gets up, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, you guys are back!" And he hugs Yip Yip's leg.
And I pat his head, and I'm like, "You did a good job tracking. I'm proud of you."
I didn't really track. I just followed. He's like, He's like, but these things were really weird. But he said it was funny because I followed them, and then suddenly they fell in a hole. And they've been trapped down there. But I wanted to come back and get help, but I was afraid if I left, they would get out of the hole and we wouldn't know where they went. So I kind of waited till somebody to come find me. I didn't expect it to be you guys. He points down, he's like, but they're down there.
I mean, how long ago did they go down the hole?
He says, it's been about an hour that I followed them, and then they fell down the hole, and it's been about 2 hours since then.
So you've been sitting out here for 3 hours.
Well, like I said, I was afraid to leave.
Alright.
He goes, but I don't know what kind of hole they fell in. I always heard that there was a dwarf that lived out here somewhere. Maybe they fell in his house. I mean, he's dead now. He's long gone. No one's seen him for years. But I always heard the rumors that there was a dwarf out here.
Well,
and you definitely see a hole in the ground.
we gonna check it out?
Yeah.
Should.
Good to me.
All right, Pip, you did good. Get on Quartz, the Wonder Horse, and he'll take you home.
Nay. Okay. You sure you don't need my help?
No, and I think that's all you can provide. Don't want you getting hurt.
So, you come to the edge of the hole, and you look down, and you see like a dusty, like,
Oh,
hole.
yes, marked Hungrum.
Huh? Oh, Marthy. And you see these little things bopping around.
I hate it.
Little flesh triangles. Gross.
Yeah, they're gray and just disgusting looking.
Where are they bopping around at?
Down inside the home. They're just kind of like bopping around where the hole's at. Like they keep trying to climb back out.
Where's the hole?
You guys are kind of standing. It's like just a open hole. Oh, it's right here. It's not written on. It's not on the actual map in this picture. And my map, it's there, but for some reason in this map, I think I chose the map that didn't have the walls because they were off center. So
yeah,
but you kind of see them bopping around, moving around.
And they're just kind of everywhere?
There's just like 3 of them.
what are they doing?
They're just bobbing around.
Just bobbing around.
Just bopping around.
Do they react to sound or anything?
They don't seem to be like they seem to when they hear you they kind of like try to come towards the sound. But like I said, they've fallen, probably 20 feet. But they move pretty fast as you see them kind of rushing around on their little legs in this little hole. Like for their size, they're moving quite fast. It's almost like they keep trying to, like they can't see. You get the feeling that they can't see because they keep bumping into things. Well, technically, I guess they're blind sight, so they can probably
see
hear.
great.
Yeah, so they can see great.
Just short.
I read that wrong. It said condition immunities was blinded, and I think I read that as they were blinded for whatever reason. I don't know the reason I read it like that. But
Can I just pick them off with my arrows from the hole?
Yeah, shoot one of them.
All right. Did
Hold
we get
on.
disconnected? Oh, okay.
22.
Yeah, you were able to hit it.
Does it die?
No, it does not die. They
Oh.
seem pretty hardy. When you hit it, it's like it just kind of like bounces, just kind of bounces off of it. It does damage. You can tell it like kind of oozes some green stuff that just kind of like heals. Not really heals, but like the immediately kind of closes up. These things are so fucking weird. I don't even know how to describe.
Hey, Vinny, do you think you can fireball them from here?
I mean, probably, but if it's somebody's house, I would hate to,
Dude,
cause damage
that kid said that guy's been dead for a long time.
Look at how dusty it is down there.
I mean, I suppose so. Yeah, I'll lob one down there.
All right.
I mean, can I get all three of them? They're not on the map, so
Oh, they're not on the map?
at least not for me.
Oh, you're not on the map. That's probably why. So hold on. Let's put you guys on the map.
Oh, Yip Yip got big. Oh, never mind. We're all that big. And then comes Cephandrius. But I don't see anybody else anymore. And then comes the fireball.
I was putting you guys up here on the ledge.
Oh, my bad.
We
Sorry.
can't see down because there's a wall in the way.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. All right. Again.
Well, when we were put in the room, we could see, but
Well, just guys pretend like you guys are up on this ledge up here. This is where the hole was at, so.
Okay.
Oh, a whole fireball for 3 little pipsqueaks?
I got the spell slots right now. I'm 7th level wizard.
All right, go. I guess they got to roll. Just is it dexterity?
yeah.
Yep, dexterity.
Wow.
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 He's hit.
Second one failed, and third one failed. So one of them succeeds, and the other two fail.
Not the most fire damage.
That's pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. Damn.
You want to know my favorite
Yeah.
trick?
Shoot this fireball down there, and they all are still kind of hopping and bopping around, but they kind of like scurry and try to get away from the hole where that thing landed. Oh shit! Like they're trying to get as far away from what you guys just did to them.
Resilient.
I do not want to go down there until they're dead.
I'll go down.
I mean, they're not fighting back. I kind of feel bad.
Yeah, that was pretty callous of you.
They're not fighting back yet.
They're running away from us.
I mean, you did just set them on fire. It makes sense they'd run away.
But even being shot with an arrow, like, they seem, I don't know, passive. Do they really mean harm?
Maybe they can't reach us. I mean, they don't. I don't know. I assume they have some mind blast like the other things.
Possible.
Yeah, they all kind of scurry, kind of where you can't see them.
If we want to go down, I will, but they're just kind of creepy.
I mean, we've already already gave him some damage, so we weakened him a little bit, right?
Yeah.
We're stout fighters.
How far down is the hole?
It's about 20 feet.
I'm fine. I got magic boots.
Caradoc got real shook after he got mine slivered.
He's scared of everything now. It's like psychic damage. Ouch.
He figured out how to beat me. He found my dump stat intelligence.
Well, if
Everybody
I'm
wanna
not
roll
scared of
initiative?
mine slivers, I'll jump down there.
Yeah, I'm down.
I mean, we don't know if that's what these things do, to be fair. I'm also happy to take the lead here.
I got it.
I say with my 38 hit points. So bold, Cephandrius.
Has
we
only
doing-
one,
We doing initiative?
so far it's only been Vincent that's done initiative, hasn't it?
Okay, well, yeah,
Oh, are we
you didn't
initiative?
say nothing.
I said everybody should probably roll initiative. I guess you guys didn't hear me.
I did not.
I didn't
hear
do
I did not hear you, sir.
Weird. I heard it.
Thank you, Vincent, for listening. All right. So yeah, they kind of like disappeared around the corner. Go ahead and move that one. This one. This one kind of. All right. Vincent, it is your turn.
Okay. Feel bad, but I have an inquisitive mind, just so for experiment's sake.
Fireball again!
No, I just want to step up and like see if I can call to him.
Come here,
Come
Gucci,
out. It's okay.
You don't really hear them make any kind of sound.
Well, as a reaction, I'll hold a shocking grasp for in case one of them comes at me. But I just kind of
Okay.
want to stand and.
Sean said he looked it up online, and they are in fact called titty farts. That is the canonical name of the creatures that we were fighting.
Oh, is Sean watching this?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Itty bitty
Couldn't
titty
figure out
farts.
Discord on his phone, but you can figure out YouTube at least.
He just
Your
didn't want to
turn.
hang out with us. I get it. I wouldn't if I were him. I'd be like, fuck those guys. Tired of them.
Fucking nerds. I ain't playing.
Yep. We love you, Sean.
I love you too, Jordan.
Whoa, you're Sean now?
You're a Caradoc.
He's
What's
feeling
happening?
emboldened.
Cephandrius, it's your turn.
All right. Well, I am not quite as
Brave
curious.
as Vincent.
No, I'm brave. Not
Oh,
quite
okay.
as curious though. What? Where'd he?
You
They're gone.
disappeared. You're gone.
There's nothing in here.
You don't see them anywhere. That you give me a perception check.
They're
All
under
right.
the bed.
I'm also invisible, by the way. Still.
Oh, okay.
21.
Oh, let me see here. You kind of see this cabinet door over here kind of still swaying a bit.
Well, I am going to cast Eldritch Blast at the cabinet door, at the cabinet, and the remnants within the cabinet. Let me see if that's actually what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I think you have to actually. Don't you have to actually see what you're shooting with?
I mean, I can see the cabinet.
I mean, you can choose a cabinet. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah.
It will make you drop your invisibility. FYI.
So are you gonna hit the cabinet door? Is that what you're doing? Or are you still looking?
He's got mute.
Jordan?
Oh my god, the titty farts got him.
Oh my god.
I think crawled in his mouth.
Jordan? Jordan, are you there? Somebody text Jordan and see if he's still there
Quick.
talking. Because he's gone at our end. He's still in the party though, right?
Call 1-800 the titty farts got me and I can't get up. Somebody quick.
Hello. Can see you typing.
Hello?
There you go.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can hear you. You just like
I said while I'm invisible, I don't know what happened, but while I'm invisible, I open the cabinet doors.
okay.
Nice.
You you open up the cabinet door and you see one kind of in the corner there inside
Alright.
the cabinet.
I'd like to back away from the cabinet.
Okay.
I know that might provoke an opportunity attack, but I'm still invisible, so I don't know if it does or not.
Yeah, it would.
They have
They
blindside.
have to. Oh, true. Never mind.
I mean, they
Hey,
might
what?
have like blindside or something like that too. We have no idea what these things are capable of.
They have blind sight.
Oh, hey. Well, that's good to know. I guess my invisibility is super useful.
Yeah.
12 does not hit you though, so you just kind of feel like a force kind of try to push at you, but it doesn't hit you.
All right. Well, I'm going to push back with 2 Eldritch Blast bolts.
Good God.
Dang.
All right, a 14 on one and a 28 on the other.
14 on one. They both those hit.
All right. First roll is going to be the non-crit. And that's going to be the 9. And then the second one. Wait, was that crit?
Yeah,
That
was
was-
a crit.
That second one didn't actually roll a crit.
Oh,
Add another D10. Oh yeah, that works too.
okay. Well, hold on a second. We're
So
gonna
9 and 14, 23.
there's 6 points of damage. We're just gonna do this. Yeah, you hit this thing with Eldritch Blast, and you kind of see it hit the wall, but it still seems to be going. Doesn't seem dead yet. And then it kind of rushes out at you,
Oh, shit.
and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, psh. I ain't even worried. Dex saving throw on Cephandrius? Easy.
So this thing tries to jump at you and like attach itself to you, but you're able to kind of dodge out of the way, and it kind of like bounces off the wall behind you, and kind of keeps running. So you can do a attack of opportunity. You and Vincent both can do an attack of opportunity against it if you want.
Well,
yeah,
all
sure.
right. Damn.
That's a miss.
Probably miss it.
That's a hit. Oh yeah, I forgot you had your shock and blast going. Yeah, you just see this thing pop as soon as you hit it with a lightning bolt. and it's Caradoc's turn.
Vincent, if it assuages your guilt at all, that thing tried to attack me when I was at the cabinet next to it before I attacked it.
I saw it try to use a psychic slam.
They're in the cabinet.
I don't see any more there, but maybe.
I'll look around in the cabinet.
You look around in the cabinet and you don't see any in the cabinet.
You want to know my favorite trick?
At this desk, hiding under the desk.
Give me a perception roll.
It's like Caradoc's eye level right there.
20.
Yep, you kind of see one hookered down beneath.
Is that my action to perceive?
No.
All right, I'll poke it with my stick, my sharp, pointy sword stick.
Not the sharp, pointy sword stick.
That is a
18
hit.
Nice. 10 damage.
Okay.
And I'll stab again. I'm still alive.
That is a hit.
26, definitely did. 10 more damage.
Yeah, you stab at this thing twice, and you're like, damn it, this thing is like very like hard to hit, but you're hitting it, but it's like very resilient, like almost rubbery in a way that you're just like, what is this nonsense? Yip, it is your turn.
Okay, so with my passive perception is 15. Would I know where one of these things are?
You can go in the room and find out.
Say if we're doing passive perceptions, mine is also 15. If that means anything.
So like I'm gonna go and.
Well, I would tell you passive perception's not going to do it because they rolled an 18 on their stealth roll.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go in this room here, and I guess so investigation.
Okay. Give me an investigation roll.
Oh.
Yeah, you're like looking around and you're like, you don't see anything, you don't hear anything.
Huh. All right. Well, I'm just gonna hang out in here.
All right. The one underneath the desk rushes forward. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, Caradoc.
No problem.
Okay, so it tries to leap at you too, and it misses.
It's trying to face hug me?
Yep. And it kind of sees Jordan there and darts back and then shoots back underneath the desk.
Oh. Does it find me spooky? Is it worried I'm going to crit it?
Another one.
I knew it would be under the bed.
Launches itself at you and make me another dexterity saving throw.
Problem.
Let's see here.
I don't know if that's good.
Oh shit. Yeah, you fail. And you just feel it kind of like suddenly you just feel this thing like attached to you and just leech. And as it's leeching on you, it kind of like gets like right underneath your neck. It tries to do a psychic slam while it's attached to you, and it doesn't. I forgot these things can actually attack. That's a bonus action thing that they can do. We'll just go hit. I know it's gonna miss. We're gonna see if the other one had attacked you and if it actually hit. Yeah, it missed. Yeah, so this one is now attached to Caradoc on his back. Vincent, it is your turn.
Oh, Caradoc, my friend.
Fireball! No.
No, I'm just gonna run in and try to grab it with my shocking grasp.
Did it hurt me at all when it attached to me?
No, it didn't hurt yet.
Oh. Gotta wait a turn.
Does a 12 hit?
No, it does not.
Does he have advantage because I'm wearing metal armor?
No.
Okay.
No. Okay, that didn't work. Back me out.
Cephandrius.
All right. I'm gonna take a step in, and we'll go ahead and wait. Is it currently attached? Oh, one's attached to Caradoc.
Yeah, one of them was catch the back, like attached to like Caradoc's neck, like right on the back of his head.
My God.
Can I try and remove it?
Give me a strength check.
Is that like an action or a?
Yeah,
what
that
is
would be
it?
an action.
Well,
It doesn't hurt.
okay. If it doesn't hurt, then I'm gonna cast an Eldritch Blast, actually, from back here. One at each of them. No, I'm not gonna shoot the one on Caradoc's neck. I'm not that confident. I'll shoot the one inside twice, or I'll try to.
You shooting which one?
In
I'm
the
sorry, the
cabinet.
one.
The
This one
cabinet
right-
one.
Okay, well,
Yeah, 'cause
underneath
I
the
don't wanna-
desk.
Yeah, I don't want to accidentally aim at Caradoc. Okay, and
Alright.
at 20 and a 19.
Okay, first one kills it.
Okay, well. Damn, I should have chosen a better target. And I suppose,
You're gonna hit the one on Caradoc.
I mean, if I can, then sure, I'll try. If that's allowed. But I mean, I didn't know if I could designate the target after I killed the first one.
Yeah, I would still say you could.
Okay, then sure. In which case, it does 8 damage to the one on
yeah.
Caradoc.
Yeah, and it's still leached it, and yeah, it's still leached in. You can kind of feel it get like hit by the blast of the Eldritch Blast, but it's like stuck in your skin, and you're like kind of very uncomfortable. Makes you the way it makes you feel as it's still attached to you.
Wait, it doesn't feel nice? That's weird.
All right, Caradoc, what are you doing?
Wait, has Yip Yip had a chance to go? Oh, maybe I missed it.
He went into the room.
Start of my turn. I guess it's an action to pull it off. You said.
Yes.
Would it be possible for me to stab it when it's on my neck?
No.
No, I had to pull it off first.
You'd have to pull it off because where it's at.
Okay. Then I'll do that. Is it a strength check?
Yeah,
you said?
strength.
Very good.
All right, yeah. So you can kind of feel it, like you pull on it, and you almost feel like it stretches longer than the little tiny legs can, but you're able to like pull it off
And I throw it at the bed.
and throw it at the bed.
Get over there.
Whoops. It lands on the pillow.
All right, I'll stand in front of here. That way, it attacks me first. All right, done.
All right, Yip Yip, it is your turn.
Well, I hear all that commotion, so I come out of this room.
I don't have any bonus actions.
20. And I'll come in here and try to figure out. Oh my god, I lost my character. Where am I at?
You're underneath Cephandrius.
Oh, there we go.
I'll second win as bonus action to heal myself.
Okay.
Oh, 11 hit points. Amazing.
And I say, oh, good God. I see the thing on the bed. And I'm going to cast Sacred Flame. And I need you to do a dexterity saving throw for me.
Okay. It succeeds.
Fuck. Does it take half
And
damage?
the bed is now on fire.
It's
How's the
fire
bed?
thing.
How's the bed?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Sacred Fire. I'm thinking of fire.
Yeah.
or-
Does it take half damage on that though?
No.
Does it say it does on your
Cantrip
spell?
Sabers suck.
Nope. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and since that didn't work, use my second action, Big John Wiener that thing.
I don't think you don't get to
Not allowed
attack.
to do that. Yeah.
What? I can only either do two attacks or one spell.
Yeah, because
Correct,
extra
'cause
attack is. Yeah.
It's a
It's
part
extra
of the attack.
Ah, fuck it. Fine, I'm done. I'm just gonna
So your
pout.
spell gets more powerful instead of getting extra attacks.
So this thing rushes past Caradoc. I need you to make me a what was I saying? Saving throw?
Dex before.
Dex.
Yeah, it was a Dex saving throw.
She's
That's
doing
good
it
for
at
you.
Yip Yip, even though I specifically stole in front.
Well, he tried to have a bite of you already, and he went for Yip Yip. He liked feathers.
Oof.
Oof.
Mm.
This thing is now attached to Yip Yip's back. And it's a start. Oh yeah, and so now it's Vincent's turn.
Can't you did you say that was a bonus action? Can't he still try to slam?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the psychic. Yeah, thanks for helping me kill him.
Hey,
It's been a while since
Paradox.
Yip Yip died.
Does an 18 hit you, Yip Yip?
Right on the nubbins, I think.
what if I use my reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack?
Does a 17 hit you?
No.
Yeah,
Thanks, little buddy.
I have your
You carry that.
shield.
Vincent, it's your turn.
Okay, can I use my action to pull it off?
If you want to make a strength
Yip Yip.
saving throw or strength check.
Strong wizard muscles.
I mean, Vinny, can
His
you?
his robe peels back, and you see the muscles from the muscle wizard.
Just hit it with lightning, Vinny. I can take it.
Okay.
Oh, he's actually going to do that. That is a hit.
Not bad.
All right. Thing is still attached to Yip Yip. Cephandrius.
All right.
These things
Well-
have 54 hit points, by the way. They have a lot of hit points.
I'm going to go try and rip that sucker off of Yip Yip.
Strength check.
Only 11.
Let me see. Can't remember if it's nope. Takes a 15 to get that off.
Bummer. Well, I suppose that will be all for my turn.
Caradoc.
I mean, Vincent good at it with a thing. I'll just try to pull it off. Easiest that way. 17.
That is that pulls it off.
And I'll throw it on the desk.
Throws it on the desk.
That way you can shoot it.
Yip Yip, it's your turn.
All right, hold on. So after I look down at wherever it was at and I realize my feathers are missing, I'm pissed. So get out my bow. 16 hit.
That is a good hit. Yeah.
Do you have disadvantage because you're right next to it? I don't know if you have the feet to stop that.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's like since 5 feet of you, so you have disadvantage.
Oh, I do?
Y'all are just fucking pressed it over.
I know. What the fuck?
Look, he gets to do the big damage all the time. There needs to be damage.
Roll it again to see if you still. Okay, you still hit it.
Ah. All right. Okay.
Yeah, 12 points of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing explodes when you hit it with the arrow. It kind of arrow goes through it and sticks it to the wall.
Gosh darn titty fart. Come after me and my feathers.
You tell him.
All right, I think that's where we're going to end it tonight.
Well, all right then.
It do be midnight.
Yeah.
Accurate.
So everybody, I hope you enjoyed the game tonight, and hopefully we get to play again in 2 weeks.
And
And hopefully Sean shows up.
level up.
Oh, it was so
Yeah,
productive.
yeah, we're gonna level up after that. Come on.
Hey, he said it. He said it.
He did. I heard it. Come on, level up.
He said, and I quote, "Yeah, we're gonna level up after that."
Come on.
That sounds like
Sarcasm.
yeah. There we go, George.
The cast at Pixelated Paranormal would like to thank you for listening to this week's episode. Pixelated Paranormal is here to tell you tales of the fantastical, the strange, the unknown. Tales that will move you a little further down the paranormal highway. If you'd like to share your own listener story, we would love to hear it. Email us at pixelatedparanormal@gmail.com. Again, that's pixelatedparanormal@gmail.com. We'd really love to hear from you. Again, thanks for listening to this week's episode of Pixelated Paranormal, your guide to the unusual and the strange.